Welcome back to Demonic Pacts. We've made our pact of randomness and guidance. We've got plenty of tasks to go do, but exactly what we're going to do depends on what other people did. So that's the whole thing we're doing here. Let's see what it is we are going to do. Over on the wiki task table, sorted by completion percentage. Starting off today, very easy. Turn off your run. What a silly thing to do when you have infinite run. But then we immediately get into more of a problem with burn some food. We will see. We've got some plans. Okay. One of the quickest tasks ever. There you go. And then we're going to turn it right back on so we can keep running around. Because we need to run around a bit in order to actually go burn some food. Burning food, very easy, very doable. It's getting the things to cook that is the problem. We haven't unlocked, like, fishing shrimp and stuff, or cooking shrimp and all that. So we need to be a little more creative. Travel over to Alderaan, because we have unlocked the Quetzal system. That was one of the previous tasks. And from here, we're going to go make some bread. But we're not going to actually make flour, because that's a different task further down the list. Instead, we need to go get the singular pot of flour spawn from over here in this area. We got water. We need to make sure it's a water fountain, not a water pump, because that's also a task. It's a well. That'll work well enough. Pot of flour on the floor here. Don't even need our other pot, really. Use a bucket on the well. We got a range around here. Yep. Make some bread dough. There's also a task for stealing bread. That is not what we're doing here. We're making it. Cook in the oven. And there's burnt bread. Perfect. I think it also technically means we've kind of unlocked cooking bread as a thing we can do for food and stuff, but I think there's also a task for cooking successfully. Much like we ended up accidentally messing up, completely unintentionally, the thief 10 times in a row somehow. I want to try to avoid that. We only have burnt bread. Fantastic. Honestly went a bit smoother than expected there. Now we can clear those tasks. And the next one, we're getting to the bread pretty soon. Fletch arrow shafts, steal some bread, and then get 250 total. That's two very quick and easy things. And then we have to figure out what we're doing for 250 total level. My goodness. We've got plenty of logs from the old endless harvest, all that wood cutting we did, up to level 50. So fletching shouldn't be too much of a problem. Do need a knife though, which we can grab here at the spice stall or a general store, or what have you. Make ourselves some arrow shafts. And that is 15 of those. And also kind of fletching unlocked, which is cool. We have to be aware that we can't make 1,000 arrow shafts, because that's a different task, but still. That's something. Now let's go steal some bread. There's also a source of food. It has to be bread, not cake. Everything comes back faster in here too. Oh, don't attack me. Don't attack me. We are still also level 3 here, so that is a concern, to be sure. Yeah, they're still attacking me. I ran away, go away. Look at him. Still following me. Still following me. How far away? There we go. Well, we have infinite run at least, so we can run away from our problems as much as we want. Maybe over here would be a better spot. Just all the way in the corner. This is a fur stall. That's not going to give us any bread. A bunch of people stealing from the gem stall. They probably have like one of the constant thieving ones or something. Also getting some decent thieving XP. There's the bread. Alright, all 10. points there. Now we just need to go get 124 more total levels, which is a lot. We can get up to like 59 in skills, so we got some space to work with. We've unlocked new things like fletching. Get some food for doing some combat, perhaps. We got some options. We're gonna do a little bit of thieving here. Get a full inventory of stuff. Go over to the bank, do some fletching. See what we can get going on. Ow. We're gonna need the food if we keep getting attacked by these guys. My goodness. Okay. We can definitely get some thieving levels here. Was considering keeping thieving for the pickpocketing, some like coin pouches and stuff for money, but I don't think that's gonna be the most effective. We have fletching instead. Maybe some oak bows or something. We will manage. Let's see what levels we can get here to get to 250 total. Stole a bunch from the bakery stall to level 30 thieving. Got a bunch of bread, cake, and chocolate cake slices. Went and burnt all the regular logs in the bank and fletched them too. Made not 1,000 arrow shafts. Got 2 longbows and then oak short bows and oak longbows. Got to 35 fletching. Burned only regular logs. Go chop some more regular logs, because I can't burn oak logs, so that's a different task. 35 fire making. Got 1 woodcutting level along the way. And we're finishing up here at my secret training spot. Giant spiders. Obviously there's much better things to fight, but pretty much all of those are different tasks later, so in order to get some decent combat levels to actually fight more things later, and some total levels, we're just down here stabbing spiders, eating cake, living the dream, getting 250 total. Still very doable. Would also still have plenty of levels in like mining and stuff, but there he is. 30 points for that too. We'll worry about the points and the tasks and everything when we get there. 56 more tasks for Karamja. We're kind of getting close to this. If we look at relics, 400 points earned. Tier 1 at 600, so only 200 more points for a new relic. That'll be something. Eventually. Whenever we get enough points. Hide those tasks completed. 3 more down. Now we have some pretty quick ones here. Pet Renu, bow near a Quetzal, which Renu is a Quetzal, so that'll be perfect. And then cry near a child. Some interesting tasks here sometimes. But should be very doable. Here's the pile of baked goods and fletched goods we made. So, that's what we're working with. Sell some of the oak bows and stuff. Might have some regular longbows in the bank too. Maybe sell this to a shop, see if we can make some money. But that is for when we actually need some money. For now, we just need to pet a bird. That's 10 points. And then bow near the bird. And that's also 10 points. Some easy tasks are very easy. Can confirm. There should be a child down here in the distracting the wealthy guys situation. Yeah, 10 points for that. Not bad. Clear those 3 off the list also. And now we get some actual skill unlocks. Bury 6 bones, catch a shrimp. Okay. Well, getting bones is going to be slightly more difficult since we can't fight most things that would drop bones. But it should be doable. Bone spawns. It is a dangerous proposition out here in the bones and scorpions field. There is 6 bones. Run away from these scorpions. We're kind of getting combat level up, so eventually things won't be aggressive, but still. There is prayer level for our bone burying. Fantastic. Will be very helpful in the future. There's all 6 of them. Everybody mining away down in this mine. We have to not mine specific things though, so that's something. Now we need a small net fishing spot here. We got our whole endless harvest going, so we can go to the bank. Or not, if we specifically turn that off. Just need to fish one shrimp here with our one fishing. Which realistically does unlock fishing. Much like those bones technically unlock prayer, but also probably a lot of the prayers are going to be tasks anyways, the useful ones, so we'll just worry about that when we need to. Right, we're going to try to get one shrimp. Definitely starts off pretty slow here, lowest level fishing. And we need to not fish too much, because then when we get to anchovies, that's a different task. See how many fish we need at what point here. We can catch one shrimp. There's some sailing stuff. That's not even in the league. Just completely not a thing. That's alright. Catch a shrimp. There you go. I also get 2 shrimp. Because we get double from the harvesting. Okay. We can do a little bit of that if we need to. Next up. Attack a dummy, eat an onion, pick some sweet corn, and get level 60. Okay. Dummy. That's over in Civitas. Get an onion from shop. Sweet corn from the south. Should be doable. Here is the dummy. Attack that. There's nothing we can learn from that since we already have our attack higher than like 8 or something. But still. What is a task completable at least? If it was something like learn from a dummy, that would be an impossible task if you get too high of a level. And for the most part, that's not something that happens out with the leagues and stuff. Try to make things doable, at least. I'm gonna take out some items here. These. So some of the cakes. Get. Not really nice. We're gonna maybe get better. Anyways, need a little bit of money here. We should make this work. We just need to go get an onion and see what we can do with our bows. Ideally, we would have enough money to buy something. We can also technically make more bows, obviously. So, depending on what we need here. Trade. Get myself an onion. Might also be able to farm this or whatever, but easy enough, cheap enough, eat an onion enough. There you go. Go get some sweet corn. Where is the general store? It's one back up there mostly. There's also one out this way. We go to this field. It's also a sweet corn field. Sweet corn fields. New with Varlamore here, essentially. There's some sweet corn on the ground. That one doesn't count. Here's some free onions. Alright, fine. That's okay. We can pick this sweet corn. Or we can sell sweet corn to the shop nearby. There's a plan. Pick some sweet corn. Money is still potentially a problem. We got some fletching working, but also leveling up wood cutting and the specific trees we can chop. It's a problem. Value these. Starts off with something. Sell a bunch. That's a little bit less. Enough to get something going here, though. 2,000 coins? How much is the sweet corn? 3 coins. There you go. Also have a few other interesting things in here, like box traps and bird snares. Worry about that when we need it. With this money, I'd say we can go get a better axe. That'll help us a lot with getting to 60 wood cutting, I guess. Wood, maybe do mining, but we haven't gotten the ability to mine better ores, because those are different tasks later. Let's go chop a bunch of oak logs. Should be good. The Auburn Vale Axe Shop is our answer. Go all the way to Adamant. We're only 1,280 coins. That's only like half of our money. It's going to be immediately invested back into getting more logs and stuff. Sounds good to me. I'm not going to chop around here because there might be chopping trees and things. I'm just gonna go back to one of our other spots here. Should be good. Get 60 woodcutting. Level 60 woodcutting. That is 30 points. And also 1,136 oak logs. So, that's pretty good. Fletch those into stuff if we need to. Not bad. Just sitting here, AFK. Slightly worried about forestry events, but that's later. Yep. Here is our first actual combat task. Defeat a chicken. Oh boy. And then we need to go find an ant trail. That's one of the reasons we weren't spending a huge amount of time up there. Trying to avoid accidentally doing things. Those are two separate things we'll go do. These chickens can just kind of leave. Go out. They're just kind of here. We got plenty of melee stats to defeat a chicken. Ta-da. That is feathers, bones, and raw chicken we can get now. Could be very helpful. There it is. An ant trail. Just gotta step on it. If you step on 2 of them, other things happen. We only need to step on 1 of them. That's 10 points. It was just right here next to the trees and things. A landmine before we got to this task. Next up, we can use those chicken bones, feed them to a dog, then successfully cook 5 pieces of food, specifically in a row though. So I might need to do a decent amount of cooking. Could go and grab shrimp for that, perhaps. And then we'll be right where we need to be. Okay. Have to find a dog, too. There's a dog right here. Look at that. Jump. Give bones to a dog. Woof woof. Feed a dog some bones. Okay. Let's go get some shrimp or something. You could also do bread or chicken or what have you. Anything works. Well, cook shrimp. Where's that on the list? Should have cooked bread. Can we do 5 in a row? That's 3, 4, 5. There you go. Should have did bread. That would have been more correct. There's so many tasks. Trying to not do tasks is the hardest part of this task. Well, there's the cooked shrimp. Just a little bit further down the list. Oops. And cook 5. Perfect. Now catch an anchovy. Back to a little bit more fishing. Milk a buffalo. Fill up at a water pump. Okay. Not only did we catch an anchovy, but we caught 2 anchovies. Because again, that is how Endless Harvest works. Now, we can go to the buffalo. They're just out in the farm section. This whole home teleport here, back to the middle of some tasks. It's much closer to, like, the birds and all that, but that's acceptable. What we got here on the floor? Thatch spars. Somebody's been to Karamja. Not there yet. We are not there yet. Okay. But what we are almost to is the next relic. Which could definitely be something here. It's gonna be something. What it's gonna be, we will randomly decide. Some buffalo there, buffalo here. Milk, dairy buffalo. There you go. Got our bucket. There you go. Gain enough points to unlock a tier 2 relic. Sounds like a plan. Relics section. Those are 10 points. Relics. We got Hotfoot, Friendly Forager, and Woodsman. These do stuff. The wheel spins for the second relic. What's it gonna be? Winner is Woodsman. We've been doing a lot of wood cutting, so that's something to do with that, right? Let's look at the things we're not getting. which is Hot Foot. Get some Searing Boots that give agility experience while you run around. And cook your fish and smelt your ores for you. Also, get more termites and marks of grace, or they give more XP and 10,000 coins. That's a lot of money. We'll take that. Marks of grace spawn more, get more. 100% success at agility and cooking. Double termites, 10 times crystal shards, epiphanous, and all that. That's like agility, then also cooking, smithing, money, cooking again. Interesting. Friendly Forager. You get a Forager pouch. More in your inventory, you get benefits. And you gather in resources from woodcutting, fishing, mining, or hunter. 3 of those of which we can AFK as long as we want to. Gets filled with random grimy herbs. Up to herbal level plus 25. Gives some herbal XP. Also works as a silk-lined herb sack, sharing inventory space, more herbs. Herb lore, all processing, second ingredients not used too much, 4-dose potions. So that is very much herb lore. Gonna need something for herb lore at some point here. Well, the one we get is Woodsman. Hunter traps harvest directly to bank. Logs chopped will be automatically burned. We can turn that on or off, whether we want to get fire making or logs, I guess. All items are processed at once while fletching. That'll be convenient for all those 1,000 oak logs we have in the bank if we want to turn those into bows and sell them for money or something. Stackable fletching items capped at 10 times. So it's like 10 times faster. Stacked fletching, 14, 27 times faster. Regular fletching, something like that. Chopped logs can automatically be burned when woodcutting, granting full fire making XP. Toggle that. Also get some benefits for hunter. 100% success. Traps attract animals faster and give double loot and XP. Traps always drop another random herb seed. A random herb seed or tree seed when harvested. Okay. That kind of solves herb lore and a bit of farming there too. Get some hunter rumors. That's some good stuff over the Hunters Guild. Give double XP, and the Hunter's loot sacks give double the amount of loot rolls. So a whole bunch more loot. A loot from Jarred Implings give an extra roll, and noted. No longer break, convenient. And Quetzal Whistles do not lose charges. Yeah, quite a lot of Hunter stuff. A bit of fletching, herb lore, farming, fire making. Good stuff in there. And we also get the League passive effect for XP multiplier. Goes from 5x to 8x. Okay. Haven't done any hunter yet, so that'll be nice with that. Select Woodsman. Confirm. Oh, there you go. The second tier. Just a little bit further to get to tier 3, and then it starts to expand a bit. See if we get to the next relic or the next area first. 40 tasks, 600 points. It's mostly easies, those are only 10 each. They'll only get to 400. Mix in a few mediums though. Probably gonna be close. Might be able to just push for both of those. Next time. Goodbye.